What we inherited in 1994 and where we are today. And many will admit that South Africa today is a vastly different country from what we inherited in 1994. And during the course of the conversation, I'm sure we can go through a number of areas where progress has been made or where it has not been made. But what should be clear, and people often say that do not blame the past, what should be clear is that in 1994, that shadow of apartheid has continued to cast its shade or its shadow on everything that we have sought to do. The damage that apartheid wrought on our people's lives is huge. And what this democratic government has sought to do in this whole period is to undo the damage that apartheid did.
3rd of September 2023. This newsflash, I want to talk about the speech that Cyril made. Listen to this. There is a lack of capacity at the local government level. We don't have well-qualified CFOs and engineers. Apartheid robbed us of a plethora of town planners. ANC President Comrade Cyril Ramaphosa while engaging with the media. Now, this should actually have been a what a fuck moment, but in any case, the reality is South Africa is broken. In 30 years, the ANC has managed to destroy every government department, every municipal council. Everything has been destroyed, and primarily due to BEE and affirmative action. But they will fucking die before they will admit that. And then he makes a stupid statement like, apartheid robbed us of a plethora of town planners. In a Skidmarks that I did a while back, I said the correct thing that they should have done, especially in the civil service, was to get the senior civil servants in and say, right, guys, we need service delivery to be expanded for the whole nation. Every one of you will now mentor 2 people. In 6 months' time, we'll do evaluation, and those that pass the evaluation will get their place in the department and replicate what you have. No. They thought it was a fucking clever plan, chase the whites away. Without, for one single moment, think about the loss of skills and the loss of experience. But you get that stupid fucking minister that says that building that burned down is apartheid's fault. What idiocy is that? All it does is it confirms the lack of intelligence, and that is what it is. But they are drunk on this fallacy of blacks has got natural intelligence. They don't have to study for fucking anything. They've got it naturally. And they've got superior logic. Now, if that was true, ask yourself, why does South Africa have affirmative action and BEE in favor of 96% of the population? They need protection against 4%. That is a public declaration of their inherent weakness. That is it. Then they do this cadre deployments. Instead of selecting the best of the best in their communities, no, they go for the dumbest of the dumb ones. The biggest idiots are all put together, and then they select them and they take the worst of them, and those are the ministers and government officials. That is the reality. And you may getting tired of me repeating it. I was in that debate and there were Nigerians and Chinese people in there. The Chinese guy was absolutely stunned about the destruction of the infrastructure, specifically the railway system. And the Nigerian guy said, as far as they are concerned, the dumbest blacks in the world, lives in South Africa. And that is the reality that you have to deal with. I have warned in my Skidmarks that I did about BRICS and so, I have warned that BEE is going to become a fucking serious problem for the ANC. Look at the BRICS members today. Russia, white. China is not black. The Arabs is not black. The Brazilians are white. So Argentina, white. So they are going to get more and more problems with that. But Cyril has got a problem. If he now cancels BEE, he will admit that the ANC fucked up for 30 years. And just after the BRIC conference, the Chinese told him, you better get rid of BEE in the energy sector, otherwise we're not going to help you. Now I would like to see how he's going to dance through that one. But this is the problem that we have in South Africa. Unskilled, unqualified cadres were in charge of very demanding departments like railways, like the harbours, like health. Those things needs people with skills and experience, and those people in charge needs a crew of skilled and experienced people to make those departments work. Now today, all those departments are fucked. And I've spoken to knowledgeable people that reckons it will take about 30 to 50 years to repair that. We don't have that. I have said in previous Skidmarks, South Africa is a region, not a country. And that is where we're going. If you look at how it's already happening at certain communities, they are basically self-sustaining. They operate and function without government input because the government cannot make things work. And in the end, the only way how South Africa can survive is to break it up. Break it up back to basically the homeland's situation. Now there's a lot of blacks that are screaming about that, and I know they are these cosmopolitan blacks that are not connected to their tribes and they're not connected to their culture. And then they say, yeah, but certain regions will then be prosperous and other regions will be very poor. That is correct. The poor regions will have to look at what the prosperous regions is doing and then do it there. I mean, look at this craziness from the keyboard warriors, the Sasa Brigade, when they tackle the Orania concept. You don't see any one of those militants saying, listen, let's go to Orania and have a look and see what the hell are they doing. Why is that community working? Let's go and learn from them, and then we come back and we apply it in our own communities. No. Let's take buses, go down there and burn the fucking place down. Because that's all they can do. Destroy and destruct. Every time they're a little bit unhappy, they go and they burn a few more schools. And I saw today an article in which the guy gave the numbers of the schools, the black schools that was destroyed. The black schools that were supposed to be built that has never been built. How Gordon took money away from the Department of Education to pump into SAL. Think about that. That is how the country as it is, this unitary state, can no longer function. Cannot. The only way to survive is break it up. And I may get monotonous with it. I'm saying it again. The only communities that are going to survive is the tribal communities. The tribes will survive. The cosmopolitans are fucked. They're not going to make it. Because they are the prey for Triple X. So, think again about what Cyril says. There is a lack of capacity. At local government level, we don't have well-qualified CFOs and engineers. Apartheid robbed us of a plethora of town planners. And then you must take into consideration all those engineers and town planners, where are they today? They are in other countries applying their skills, and those countries are benefiting from them. Because the ANC thought it was a good plan. Chase the whites away. But if you were a wise president, you would have used all the capabilities and assets that the country had. The people that built the power system, the people that built the railway system, the people that built the government services, he would have watched them and took care of them and made sure that the country don't lose them. Let's chase the whites away and put some cadres in there, like that minister that reckons apartheid's fault that the building burned down, and Fikile that fucked the railways up. They thought that was a clever plan. So, in the end of the day, all those things are now coming back to bite. And unfortunately, the ANC cannot repair the shit that is broken. They cannot. It's beyond repair. All the SOEs are done. All of them. There's not a single one that is... The only one that is still providing a product is Eskom, and it provides it at a moor of a cost. It is being kept alive artificially. But that's the end of it. And these blacks that were so happy to run out and go and burn a school down, and go and burn a fucking library down, and break down power pylons, steal tracks from the railway lines, all of them, they're going to pay for it. And then you must ask yourself, there's now people that are throwing numbers of 30 million illegal immigrants in the country. You must ask yourself, how the hell can the country survive? How can it? And then you must go and look, where is our steel industry? Gone. Where is the textile industry? Gone. Those are important things. But you, the Sasa Brigade, you are too young. You never lived in a country that actually worked and functioned. Your only reference is dilapidation and struggle. But unfortunately, you'll keep on struggling. And then there is blacks that want to compare South Africa with China. And China, while China lifted their population out of poverty, the same must be done in South Africa. The difference is, point number one, Chinese are super disciplined. Second thing, the Chinese are intelligent and they are well educated. South Africans not. The children in South Africa get to matric and they can't read or write properly. Forget mathematics. Don't even talk about that. And then they've got no discipline. Just see how they run into the streets and burn schools down and loot businesses. There is your answer. I don't know how you're going to cope with that, but that is a major problem. The only way for survival is for tribes, and the tribes must take back their homelands and focus on providing opportunities and development to their own people. The ANC provides fuck all for everybody. Nothing, they only provide for their pockets. Please give me a like and a subscribe and share the thing. Thank you for your support.